Praise be to Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the worlds. I am Dr. Ramsha Mushtaq Khan, and today I have the opportunity to present on the topic Substance Use Disorders and Smoking under the kind supervision of Professor Dr. Saira Afzal. Quote of the day: Addiction is the only prison where the locks are on the inside. Content outline. Number 1, definition and forms of substance use disorders, health effects of drug addiction, health benefits of quitting addiction, second and third hand smoking, tobacco use disorder, prevention and treatment, and recent advances and multiple choice questions. At the end of this presentation, the participants will be able to understand the definition and forms of substance use disorders and smoking, recognize the associated health risks and second and third hand smoke, appreciate strategies for preventing drug addiction and smoking, learn about various methods for quitting smoking and the importance of a combination of medication and counseling, and recognize the global recent advances in the context of substance use disorders and smoking. Drug abuse. According to the World Health Organization, a drug is defined as any substance taken by a human being that modifies one or more body functions. Self-administration of a drug for non-medical reasons resulting in functional impairments or social, physical, and emotional harm. Drug dependence. It is a state of interaction between a drug and a human body characterized by behavioral and other responses, which include a compulsion to take the drug periodically or on a continuous basis in order to experience its psychic effect or avoid discomfort in its absence. Drug addiction, a state of periodic or chronic intoxication detrimental to the individual and society produced by repeated intake of habit-forming drugs. To call a person a drug addict, following criteria needs to be fulfilled. Number 1 is the psychological dependence, overpowering desire to take the drug and obtain it by any means to feel its pleasing effects. Physical dependence, when the drug is withdrawn, the person shows withdrawal symptoms such as irrational and violent behavior. Tolerance, the tendency to increase the dose of the drug over time to get a similar effect. Magnitude of the problem. In Pakistan, it is challenging to assess precise figures, but estimates suggest around 6 million drug users, with 50% being heroin addicts and an increasing trend of intravenous drug use. Approximately 80% of drug addicts are reported in the country. Brilliant and educated young individuals are increasingly becoming addicts to drugs. As per the BBC report, there is a rising prevalence of alcohol, marijuana, heroin, and intravenous drug use worldwide. Substance use disorders. Substance use disorders are characterized by 11 criteria, including drug cravings, unsuccessful attempts to cut back, taking more of a substance than intended, and continued use despite negative consequences. The DSM-5 TR recognizes substance-related disorders resulting from the use of 10 separate classes of drugs. The 11 criteria outlined in the DSM-5 can be grouped into 4 primary categories, which is physical dependence, risky use, social problems, and impaired control. Classification of psychoactive drugs. It is classified as depressants, hallucinogens, stimulants, opiates, and tetrahydrocannabinol. Depressants are the drugs that calm the brain, that reduce anxious feelings and induce sleepiness. Hallucinogens are the drugs that can cause hallucinations and distorted perceptions, changes in thoughts, emotions, and consciousness. Stimulants are the drugs that stimulate the brain, increase alertness and wakefulness. Opiates are the drugs that suppress the central nervous system, and tetrahydrocannabinol include the primary psychoactive component found in the cannabis plant. Symptoms of drug addiction. It includes psychological, mental health problems, irritable and agitated behavior, paranoia, and on edge. The physical symptoms include headaches, weight changes, and disrupted sleep. And behavioral changes include secretive behavior, withdrawing from loved ones, and lots of interest in hobbies. Prevention and control of drug addiction. The primordial prevention is to address the root cause and risk factors, poverty alleviation programs, improving education and employment opportunities, promoting strong family and community bonds, and addressing mental health issues. In primary prevention, educational approach includes public awareness campaigns on drug dangers, including drug prevention in school curricula, incorporating Islamic teachings against intoxicants, legislation and enforcement, strict penalties for drug cultivators, suppliers, and manufacturers, banning drug advertisements and glorification, stringent border controls to curb drug trafficking. As for community involvement, promoting healthy activities, sports, and recreation, and arranging anti-drug walks seminar with community leaders. Secondary prevention, early identification of drug users. The signs include loss of interest, loss of appetite, weight, unsteady gait, red eyes, slurred speech, injection marks, mood swings, memory issues, academic decline, and drug paraphernalia. Detoxification and treatment, medically assisted gradual or quick withdrawal, medications for withdrawal symptoms management, counseling, and behavioral therapy. In tertiary prevention, relapse prevention and rehabilitation by change in social environment, removing triggers, continuous supervision and support system, vocational training and job placement assistance, counseling and psychotherapy. Positive psychotherapy includes highlighting benefits of being drug-free, and negative psychotherapy includes the risk and consequences of drug use. Preventive measures by the government and NGOs, strict regulation of drug plant cultivation, licensing and monitoring of legal cultivation of drug plants, for example, opium poppy, eradication of illegal drug crop cultivation, anti-narcotics mass media and awareness initiatives. Anti-narcotics force ANF headquarters in Islamabad runs awareness campaigns. NGOs like UNOCD and TNI work on drug prevention and awareness programs, combating smuggling and trafficking, strengthening borders control and interdiction efforts, international cooperation to dismantle drug trafficking networks, legislation and law enforcement, control of Narcotic Substance Act 1997, strict penalties for drug offenses, ANF and law enforcement agencies empowered to curb drug trade, rehabilitation and treatment programs, dedicated drug treatment and rehabilitation centers, integration of mental health and addiction services in public health systems, data collection and monitoring, periodic national surveys to assess drug use patterns and trends, collaboration with international agencies like UN Office on Drugs and Crime for data sharing, strengthening institutional capacity, enhancing resources and training for ANF and law enforcement agencies, increasing budget allocation for drug demand and supply reduction efforts. Smoking is the act of inhaling and exhaling the smoke of burning tobacco or other substances. It is a major public health concern and indeed the leading preventable cause of disease and premature mortality worldwide. Tobacco use remains a persistent human-made epidemic. Epidemiology of smoking. While a remarkable diversity of tobacco products is emerging, combustible tobacco products are responsible for the vast majority of tobacco-related diseases and death. At current consumption rates, about 400 million adults worldwide will be killed by smoking between 2010 and 2050. Smoking causes or contributes to nearly all the major causes of death, including 16 different cancers, heart disease, chronic respiratory disease, cerebrovascular disease, diabetes, chronic liver disease, and kidney disease. Forms of smoking. Tobacco products exist on a risk continuum. Nearly all of today's tobacco products share an important unifying characteristic, which is nicotine. Important differences between tobacco product classes lie in the mechanisms and modes by which nicotine is delivered to the user. Though an extremely addictive chemical, nicotine itself is not particularly dangerous. Rather, exposure to other tobacco byproducts, for example, tar, carbon monoxide, tobacco-specific nitrosamines, and heavy metals are primarily responsible for tobacco-related diseases. Forms of smoking, combustible tobacco products and non-combustible tobacco products. Tobacco product categories. Combustible tobacco products include cigarettes, cigars, hookah, and water pipe. Combustible tobacco products include cigarettes. Cigarettes are the most popular form of tobacco consumption and the primary contributors to the global disease burden of tobacco use. Cigars. Despite the user's belief that cigar smoking is less risky than cigarette smoking, cigar contains the same cancer-causing toxins as cigarettes, often in higher volumes. Although the two products are equally hazardous from a chemicals perspective, cigar smokers typically do not inhale and tend to use cigars less frequently, which may partially explain cigar users' low rates of heart and lung diseases. Hookah or water pipes, it is a well documented that hookah carries health risks that are similar to or potentially worse than other forms of combusted tobacco. Tobacco product categories. Non-combustible tobacco products include smokeless tobacco and electronic delivery nicotine system ENDS. Non-combustible tobacco products, smokeless tobacco. The main types of smokeless tobacco worldwide include chewing tobacco, moist snuff, and snus. For all smokeless tobacco products, nicotine is absorbed transdermally through the lining of the mouth. While mortality rates for smokeless tobacco use are not as high as combusted tobacco, smokeless tobacco contains high amounts of tobacco-specific nitrosamine, which is a known carcinogen. Oral and esophageal cancers are especially common among regular smokeless tobacco users. Electronic nicotine delivery system, known by a variety of terms, including electronic cigarettes, e-cigarettes, vape pens, and vaporizers, medical and scientific experts are beginning to reach consensus that ENDS are generally less risky. Electronic nicotine delivery system studies on the efficacy of ENDS on smoking cessation have been mixed, but emerging evidence suggests that frequent ENDS use is associated with higher odds of quitting cigarettes. ENDS use is most prevalent among current smokers and smokers who have recently quit. Health effects of smoking. Smoking and increased health risks. Smokers are more likely than non-smokers to develop heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer. Estimates show smoking increases the risk for coronary heart disease by 2 to 4 times, for stroke by 2 to 4 times, of men developing lung cancer by 25 times, and of women developing lung cancer by 25.7 times. Smoking causes diminished overall health, increased absenteeism for work, and increased healthcare utilization and cost. Smokers are at greater risk for diseases that affect the heart and blood vessels. Even people who smoke fewer than 5 cigarettes a day can have early signs of cardiovascular disease. Smoking damages blood vessels and can make them thicken and grow narrower. This makes the heartbeat faster and the blood pressure to rise. A stroke occurs when a clot blocks the blood flow to the part of the brain or a vessel in or around the brain bursts. Smoking and respiratory diseases. Smoking can cause lung disease by damaging the airways and the small air sacs found in the lungs. Lung diseases caused by smoking include COPD, which comprises emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Cigarette smoking causes most cases of lung cancers. If a person has asthma, tobacco smoke can trigger an attack and make an attack worse. Smokers are 12 to 13 times more likely to die from COPD than non-smokers. Smoking can cause cancer almost anywhere in the body, including bladder, blood, cervix, colon and rectum, esophagus, kidney and ureter, and larynx. Liver, oropharynx, pancreas, stomach, trachea, bronchus, lung, and smoking also increases the risk of dying from cancer and other diseases in cancer patients and survivors. Smoking and other health risks. Smoking harms nearly every organ of the body and affects a person's overall health. Smoking can make it harder for a woman to become pregnant. It can also affect the baby's health before and after birth. Smoking increases the risk for preterm delivery, stillbirth, low birth weight, sudden infant death syndrome, ectopic pregnancy, orofacial clefts in infants. Smoking can also affect men's sperm, which can reduce fertility and also increase risk for birth defects and miscarriages. Smoking can affect bone health. Women past childbearing years who smoke have weaker bones than women who have never smoked. They are also at greater risk for broken bones. Smoking affects the health of the teeth and gums and can cause tooth loss. Smoking can increase the risk of cataracts. It can also cause age-related macular degeneration, AMD. Health benefits of quitting smoking. Quitting smoking is one of the most important actions people can take to improve their health. This is true regardless of their age and how long they have been smoking. Quitting smoking improves health status, enhances the quality of life, reduces the risk of premature death, and can add as much as 10 years to the life expectancy, reduces the risk for many adverse health effects, including poor reproductive health outcomes, cardiovascular diseases, COPD and cancer. Benefits people already diagnosed with coronary heart disease or COPD. Benefits the health of the pregnant women and their fetuses and babies, reduces the financial burden that smoking places on people who smoke, healthcare systems, and the society. While quitting earlier in life yields greater health benefits, quitting smoking is beneficial to health at any age. Even people who have smoked for many years or have smoked heavily will benefit from quitting. Quitting smoking is the single best way to protect family members, co-workers, friends, and others from the health risk associated with breathing secondhand smoke. Uh, After some minutes of quitting smoking, the health benefits include the dropping in the heart rate after 24 hours, nicotine level in the blood drops to zero. After several days, carbon monoxide level in the blood drops to drops to the level of someone who does not smoke. After 1 to 12 months, coughing and shortness of breath decreases. After 1 to 2 years, risk of heart attack drops sharply. And after 3 to 6 years, added risk of coronary heart disease drops by half. After 5 to 10 years, added risk of cancers of mouth, throat, and voice box drops by half, and risk of stroke decreases. Secondhand smoking, also known as passive smoking or exposure to environmental tobacco smoke, is the inhalation of smoke from someone else's smoking. This can occur in indoor or outdoor settings where people are smoking and can include exposure to cigarette smoke, cigar smoke, and pipe smoke. Secondhand smoke contains more than 7,000 chemicals, including over 70 that can cause cancer. It is a major public health concern and can cause a range of health problems, including lung cancer, heart disease, and respiratory issues in both adults and children. The World Health Organization estimates that secondhand smoke causes 600,000 premature deaths per year. There is no safe level of exposure to secondhand smoke, and even brief exposure can cause immediate harm. Third-hand smoke refers to the residual tobacco smoke contamination that remains on the surfaces and in dust after smoking has occurred. This residue can include particles and gases as well as toxic chemicals that can react with other chemicals in the environment to form carcinogens. Third-hand smoke can linger on for days, weeks, or even months and can even be a significant health risk for children, the elderly, and the pets. Exposure to third-hand smoke can occur through skin contact, inhalation, or ingestion of the contaminated surfaces or dust. Tobacco use disorder, also known as nicotine dependence, is a chronic condition characterized by a strong desire to use tobacco products despite the negative consequences. It is a form of substance use disorder and is recognized as such in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, DSM-5. The symptoms of tobacco use disorder include difficulty quitting or reducing the use, using more than intended, spending a lot of time using a tobacco product, giving up important activities to use tobacco products, continued use despite physical or psychological problems caused or worsened by the use. It can lead to addiction and can have a negative impact on the overall health and well-being. Nicotine, the main addictive ingredient in tobacco products, is responsible for the development of addiction. The addiction can manifest both physically and psychologically, making it difficult for individuals to quit smoking. This figure shows the chemical compounds in the cigarette smoke. Smoking prevention strategies and campaigns of WHO: Empower, World No Tobacco Day on 31st May, Framework Convention on Tobacco Control and Research and Surveillance. The Tobacco Endgame: Eradicating a Worsening Epidemic. Empower provides a roadmap for the tobacco endgame. M is for monitoring tobacco use and prevention policies, protecting people for tobacco smoke, offering help to quit tobacco use, warning about the dangers of tobacco, enforcing bans on tobacco advertising, promotion, and sponsorship, and raising taxes on tobacco for effective tobacco control. Implement Empower measures to reduce tobacco control and save lives. Unprecedented Empower progress shows that the battle against the tobacco epidemic is winnable. Tobacco dependence treatment. The treatment modalities include cold turkey, quitting smoking abruptly without the use of any nicotine replacement therapy or medication. Prescription medications, which include bupiron and varenicline. Nicotine replacement therapy by nicotine gum, patches, lozenges, and inhalers, and behavioral therapy by individual or group counseling, support groups, and practical advice. Recent updates. The WHO fact sheet on psychoactive substance use. We know that what needs to be done to help reduce the burden of psychoactive substance use. WHO is committed to assisting countries in the development organization, monitoring and evaluation of treatment and other services. The harmful use of alcohol results in 3.3 million deaths each year. On average, every person in the world aged 15 years or older drinks 6.2 liters of pure alcohol per year. Less than half of the population actually drinks alcohol. This means that those who do drink consume on average 17 liters of pure alcohol annually. At least 15.3 million persons have drug use disorders. Injecting drug use reported in 148 countries, of which 120 report HIV infection among its population. 2030 Agenda and Tobacco Control. This is the 2030 Agenda, Sustainable Development Goals. Sustainable Development Goal 3 includes good health and well-being and contains 13 targets covering health MDGs, emerging health priorities including non-communicable diseases, means of implementation including universal health coverage, framework convention on tobacco control. Target 3.3 aims to end epidemics of HIV, malaria, and TB, and also includes neglected tropical disease and other diseases of poverty. Two SDG targets on tobacco control include 3.4 by year 2030, reduce one-third premature mortality from non-communicable diseases through prevention and treatment and promote mental health and well-being. And 3.8, strengthen the implementation of World Health Organization from Framework Convention on Tobacco Control in all countries as appropriate. In the interest of time, let's move to the MCQ session. At a late night birthday party, some university friends are sitting in a cafe offering each other a puff. One of the friends at the occasion has never tried an electronic nicotine delivery systems before. Of the following, a well-known example of ENDS is A, cigarette, B, cigar, C, water pipe, D, vape, and E, moist snuff.
D.
Yes, the answer is D, vape. A 55-year-old male patient presents to OPD complaining of difficulty swallowing and persistent chest pain. He has a history of heavy smoking for past 15 years. The physician suspects the patient may have esophageal cancer. Of the following, the most likely etiological factor for the patient's condition may be A, cigarette, B, cigar, C, hookah, D, vape, and E, moist snuff.
C.
The answer is
C.
The answer is E, moist snuff, because it is the case of an esophageal cancer. A healthcare provider is counseling a patient with a known history of chain smoking on potential ways to quit. According to WHO, one of the following not a recommended strategy for quitting smoking is A, cold turkey, B, nicotine replacement therapy, C, prescription medication, D, behavioral therapy, and E, electronic nicotine delivery system.
E. B.
B. The answer is E, electronic nicotine delivery system. It is a type of nicotine device and not a treatment strategy. MCQ number 4, a 40-year-old patient has just quit smoking and is wondering about the benefits he can expect to see according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC. After how long will the risk of coronary artery disease may drop close to someone who has never smoked? A, 1 year, B, 5 years, C, 10 years, D, 15 years, and E, 20 years.
D.
Yes, the answer is D, 15 years. A pregnant woman is considering quitting smoking to improve the health of her unborn child. According to CDC, the potential benefit for her baby if she quits smoking during pregnancy is A, low risk of sudden infant death syndrome, B, low risk of Down syndrome, C, low risk of chromosomal defects, D, low risk of postpartum delivery, and E, low risk of high birth weight.
A.
A. Yes, the answer is A, low risk of sudden infant death syndrome. The WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control provides a strong concerted response to the global tobacco epidemic and its enormous health, social, environmental, and economic costs. Of the following, the only core demand reduction provision of WHO Framework Convention on Tobacco Control is A, illicit trade in tobacco products, B, sales to and by minors, C, provision of support for alternative economically viable activities, D, price and tax measures to reduce the demand for tobacco, and E, developing multi-sectoral tobacco control strategies.
B. E.
This is basically related to empower and reduce the price and tax measures to reduce the demand for tobacco. It is D. MCQ number 7, WHO has identified tobacco smoking as a significant contributor to NCDs and has set a goal to reduce the number of NCDs deaths by 1/3 by 2030. This goal is in line with one of the following sustainable goals. A SDG 1, B SDG 2, C SDG 3, D SDG 4, and E SDG 5.
C, SDG 3.
Yes, the
C.
answer is C. Yes, the answer is C. A country XYZ is implementing policies to reduce the prevalence of smoking and the related health risk in its population. The most unlikely action to be included in its strategy for smoking reduction may be A, monitoring, B, protecting, C, warning, E, encouraging, and E, enforcing.
E.
E. This is also related to empower, and the answer is D, encouraging. City XYZ has already implemented several policies such as increasing taxes on cigarettes and creating smoke-free public spaces. The city council is now considering additional measures to further reduce smoking rates. Of the following, the most likely practice to achieve this goal may be A, implement an advertising ban for tobacco products, B, further raise taxes on smoking, C, provide a free nicotine replacement therapy to smokers who quit, D, offer subsidies for electronic nicotine delivery systems, and E, increase penalties for smoking in prohibited areas.
A.
A. No, the
C.
answer is C. Yes, the answer is C. WHO's unprecedented Empower progress shows that the battle against tobacco epidemic is winnable. Over the past decade, the percentage of world's population covered by at least one of the 6 Empower measures has reached up to A, 20%, B, 40%, C, 60%, D, 80%, and E, 100%.
B.
So this was discussed
B.
in recent advances, and the answer is C, 60%. This is the this is the link to our YouTube channel, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Misha. Excellent presentation. This is a very nicely done. Would you please go to your MCQ number 6 and let us know where you have presented it in it?
Sure, ma'am. This is the Empower.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is a very nicely done, and we have seen that the important concepts that have presented, they are well linked with the presentation, and the 2 points that are really are outstanding. One is about the ends, and the second is about the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. As we know, the Sustainable Development Goals, they allow all the countries to achieve better health, the universal health coverage, the primary health care, and universal health care. So in this context, SDG 3 is very important. And it is very important to know that even the rankings of the university, they depend on SDGs. And recently in Times Higher Education ranking, the Sustainable Development Goals, they are the main focus where the universities are getting the different rankings. And another important point is that the tobacco control, anti-smoking campaigns, and awareness against the smoking, prohibited areas in universities for smoking, and in public places like in buses, in stations, in trains, in aeroplanes, and in waiting areas where the smoking is strictly prohibited. All these campaigns they are also addressed in SDGs, because these are the one of the key indicators that are showing that substantial performance and good steps are taken in right direction. So very well done, Dr. Ramsha. You have presented it in a very good way, and I hope everyone has learned about ENDS, Empower, SDGs in the context of tobacco smoking and the e-cigarettes. This is another myth that is very important to dispel, is about the e-cigarettes, vapes, that they are also causing the cardiovascular risk. They are also causing the lung emphysema, and they are also carcinogenic. So these are the important uh, things that should be noted. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, Madam. Allah Hafiz.